Hello, guys. Good evening.
Hi, good night.
Hello, how are you?
I'm fine. Yesterday I lost my internet, so I'm sorry.
Okay, so you couldn't connect yesterday, right?
Yes, but se fue, estaba cansado el internet.
Okay. So well, don't worry. Okay. So,
Hi, good evening, teacher.
hello, how are you?
I am very well. Sorry for lost my class, the yesterday
Yesterday.
class, yesterday and the Thursday too.
Oh, yes, right. Thursday. Okay, don't worry.
But
I have.
ya, pero ya estudié un poco. Vi las clases ya en Zoom.
Oh, okay. Yes,
Ujú.
I already upload the classes, right? So you can watch it on channel on YouTube. Right?
Ujú.
Okay, good. So well, guys, we already finished with what was the reporter speech. We finished with that. So today we're going to start a new one. Okay. So just let me share the screen with you. Okay, guys, let's see. So tell me, have you ever listened these two expressions? Those are some idioms that we have for today's class. We have by the bullet and cutting corners. Have you ever listened any of these two?
No, when in my case, no.
No. Okay, good. Nelly and Fabi, have you?
Yeah, it's like to decide, for example, to do something that it's difficult.
Mm-hmm. By the bullet? Yes. Okay. And
Yes,
cutting
right?
corners? Yes.
Okay.
Yes, guys. Okay, the first one by the bullet. Yes, the first one by the bullet is when you face something that's difficult for us, but it doesn't matter, you want to do it. So you take the responsibility. It's like, okay, this is difficult for me, but I'm going to bite the bullet. Okay? It's like to face a difficult situation. It's like just do it. And cutting corners, that is most of the time used in a bad way. Why? Because cutting corners means to do something because you want to save time or money. Okay? So it's like when you do something badly or cheaply, both. Okay? So that is cutting corners. Hmm? Like if you are, like, see, you're checking a project and you say, or someone say, I think they cut some corners here because they did it, but in a bad way. So two new idioms. Bite the bullet, to do something that's difficult for us, and cutting corners, to do something in a bad way because you want to save money or time. Okay, so that would be cut corners, cutting corners, cut some corners. All of them are valid. Okay, and by the bullet, I think yes, this is just like that, common. Okay, so two new expressions. Well, and let's continue. And this is our unit number 4. This is our third week, right? So the next one we're going to have the unit 5, and it's the last one. The time is running so fast. I didn't feel it. Well, so in this class, we're going to focus on third conditional. Okay. But before to continue with this, I want to show you, well, we're going to introduce with this one. It's about third conditional, but we're going to have some questions and I want you to try to answer, okay? It doesn't matter. I know that right now you don't know the structure, so just try it to do it as is possible for you. Okay, so I will show you the car and try to answer. Okay, don't worry, the structure, do it as you can right now. So let's start with Nelly. Okay, you will help me with the first one. Let's see. How would you have spent your last weekend if your parents hadn't stayed at home with you? Or your, we can change parents. Let's see, your, mhm, your children, probably.
Yes, with my children. I spend the time. Will I have spend my time with days making homework?
Okay,
Making
okay.
homework. So probably we're gonna the trip, a trip
Okay, for a trip.
near trip.
Okay, very good. So, thank you. Now let's see the next one. Fabi, help me with this. If you hadn't had your own name, how would you have called yourself? Which name do
Uh,
you like? Huh?
okay. Well, I like my name, but well, let me see. If I well, if I had in another name, maybe I would like to call, for example, let me see, Victoria maybe, or Samantha, but this is some cases because I love my name, that so that's some situation. But yes, that's some names that I would like to that I would like.
Okay, okay. Samantha and Victoria, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Very good. Thanks, Fabi. Okay, now, oh, wow. That could be. Betania, help me with this. How would our life have been like if the USSR hadn't fallen apart? What do you
If
think?
if you okay, if mm, I don't know, but if I have to live in in this country, maybe mm, I don't know, maybe I will be like a millionaire one. I don't know.
That could be an option. Probably. Okay, okay. Thanks. Let's see. Now I will select someone else. Let's see. Reynaldo, help me with the next. Okay. What hobby would you have taken up in childhood if you had had a choice then, when you were a child? What hobby?
Um, good thing.
No.
Well, maybe right. How is the play this year? Um, um, in my neighborhood, play soccer. Playing. What do you say? Jugar maule in English.
Which one, sorry? Could you repeat the last one?
Jugar maule in English.
I cannot understand you. What you're saying?
Um, well, um, maybe organizer with neighborhood get up walking and Only that, teacher.
Just that. Okay, but what was the game that you mentioned? I couldn't get it. What was it? The one that you asked me how to say it in English?
Jugar maule en English.
¿Jugar?
Maule, o sea, canicas. Creo que canicas.
Ah, so marbles. Yes, it's that one. Marbles. It's just a name. De las canicas. Marbles. I
Marvel.
yes. I thought you were saying the name in Spanish, but no, yes, it's marble. Yes. And
Oh,
just
yes.
like that, play with
Okay.
marbles. Yes. Okay, good. Very good. Now let's see one more. Let's see. Patricia, help me with the next one. Well, how would your childhood have been different if you'd been born in 1980s?
Okay. Um, um, I was born in 70s, and last years, because in my case, it, it were the best years in my life.
The 80s.
Because I was a child in that moment.
What do you
Um,
remember about your childhood?
um, my boyfriends, no, what the, ¿qué dije? What I
Boyfriends.
said.
You say
No, no,
boyfriend.
no, ni siquiera pensaba en, quizás sí, pero no, todavía no había concretado nada de eso.
You were
No,
younger.
así es, I remember my friends,
Mhm.
um, the the games too.
Okay.
Uh, I spend a lot of um, I spend many time with my friends,
Mhm.
and um, I don't know what that I say.
Just that. Something else?
Mm, yes, there are many things that I say, but in this moment no vienen a mi mente. How do you say? No vienen a mi mente.
They're not coming to my mind.
Ah,
Okay, they are not
me
coming to your
comen
mind.
los nervios.
No, don't worry. Okay, good. So, let's see, guys. Thanks for your participation. Okay, those questions, they are involved with the topic that we are going to have today class. That is the reporter speech. As you can see, the questions are longer, right? As we normally had it in the previous classes. Not only with me in intermediate 2 and 1 and also pre-intermediate, right? They are kind of longer. And the reason is because we have two clauses, okay? Would you and if clause. So at the end, we have like a composed question. How would your childhood have been different? And then the if clause, if you have been born in 1980s. So at the end, you have a long question. But to understand the use of this, I would like to show you something. Okay, we're going to have like a story to understand the use. So I will need to pay attention, guys, all of you to pay attention with this one, because could be a little bit tricky, the third conditional, if we get lost, okay? But I promise we'll try to do it easy. So this will be the third conditional. And we're going to have, as I told you, a story. Okay, let's see. Fabi, help me to read the first. This part.
Okay. This is Mike. Mike is 70 years old. This is his retirement party.
Okay, very good. So don't forget the name. We have Mike. Okay. Then let's see. Reynaldo, help me to read. This two.
She met is away at work. She was also a bus driver.
And this one?
My was a bus driver for 50 years.
Okay. Two important things. Mike was a bus driver for 50 years. And he met, right, his wife at work. And she was also a bus driver. Okay. Now let's see the next part. Patricia, help me with this part. This one.
They have 4 children together.
Okay, they have 4 children together. Very good. Now, let's see. I will ask to Jocelyn. Mine was?
Okay. Mike was a bus driver because his dad was a bus driver, but he always had a secret dream job.
Okay, good. And I have a question, guys. Let's think about. Remember, let's try to remember all the prepositions that the professions that exist. Can you guess what it was? What do you think? What was the secret dream job? Give me options. Maybe any of you guess what was it?
Teacher?
No. Another one?
Engineer? Doctor?
Maybe,
Was that a doctor?
maybe chef or pilot.
No. No, it's not a
Travel
chef.
driver. Travel around the world.
No. Neither a driver. He was a bus driver, but he wanted to be something else. Another option, guys? Tell me. We have a lot. I know. Try it. No? Any idea?
Pilot.
No, it's not pilot.
Be the owner.
The owner? No.
Singer.
No.
Singer.
No.
Captain in a ship?
Doctor.
Architect.
No.
Mechanic?
No, neither.
Barber.
What do you say? Sorry?
Barber.
No.
Oh.
No, it's not a barber. Okay, I will show you. He wanted to be a firefighter. So, Mike wanted to be a firefighter. But now, let me ask you, is it possible for him to be a firefighter now? Because he's 50. What do you think?
No.
I think so. No,
No, it's not possible.
it's not possible.
No, because he's 50, right?
You know, it's fitness. Maybe
Exactly.
it's a fitness.
Yes, exactly. He needs to be on best shape as possible. Exactly. Now, let's see. So it's not possible, right? We agree all together that it's not possible for Mike to be a firefighter right now, nowadays, because he's 50 years old. It's not possible. Okay, so no, he's too old to be a firefighter. But let's see. Age 70, Mike is thinking about what his life would have been like as a firefighter, okay? In the past. So let's see some situations. Let me help me with this. Delia, help me to read this part.
If I had been a firefighter, I would have worn a firefighter's uniform.
Okay, good. And now I have a question for you guys. Is my imagining a present or a past situation?
Past situation.
It's a past situation. Okay, focus on that. If I had been a firefighter, I would have worn a firefighter's uniform. So the answer in this case is a past situation, right? It's not present, it's past. Now the second question. Is he imagining a real or imaginary situation?
A real situation, and if he has been a firefighter.
So it's not real because
I
he
think it's
had.
an imaginary situation.
Pero se imagina una situación real, o sea, no sé, así lo entendí yo.
It's a possibility, exactly. But at the end, he's thinking about imaginary situation.
Imaginary situation.
Yes, because it didn't happen, exactly. So guys, don't forget, it's about past and it's about imaginary situations. Now let's see one more. Well, we have another example. Nelly, help me to read the statement.
If I had been a firefighter, I would have rescue people.
Yes, rescue people. Okay, so the same question, guys. Again, present or past situation?
Past situation.
It's past situation. Okay, and again, it's it real or imaginary?
Imaginary.
Imaginary.
Yes, it's imaginary situation. Okay, if I had been a firefighter, I would have rescued people. Now, let's see. Oh, there's a cat. Let's see. Mayra, help me to read. If I had.
Okay, if I had been a fighter there, I would have helping animals.
Okay, good. Now let's see. Did Mike rescue animals? Yes or no, guys? In general, what do you think? Did he?
No.
No, he didn't.
Oh,
No, he didn't.
Why not?
he is imaginary.
Because he was what? What
Fine.
was?
Bus driver.
He was a bus driver. So he's just imagining all these situations. So, did Mike rescue animals? No, he didn't.
No.
Huh. And was possible now or in the past? Was this?
It's possible. Maybe it's possible.
Sure?
I think he can help animals, but for example, if the animal is in a place, secure, safe place, maybe in a tree. I think.
Okay, but not as a firefighter, right?
Yes.
So that's the point, exactly. Yes, I know he can help them, as you say, because he's an old man, right? So he's 50, 70 years old, 50, say that, right? 50 years old, so he cannot work as a firefighter. Of course, he can rescue people, but if they are in a safe place. But if they are in a tree, for example, no, it's not possible for Mike to do it. So he didn't rescue animals and was possible just in the past in the imaginary situation if he had been a firefighter. Now, let's see. One more. Let me ask to Jocelyn, help me to read.
If I had been a firefighter, I would have used a water hose.
Do you know the meaning of water hose? That would be hose. What is it?
¿Hidrante?
Excuse me?
¿De los hidrantes? ¿O
Una
de,
manguera.
House
del,
in,
del
yes, manguera.
avión?
I get confused. I listen all of you. Hose.
Manguera.
Yes. I listen all the voices. Yes, that's the meaning. Manguera. Yes.
Oh,
And los hidrantes is hydrant. It's almost the
hydrant.
same. Hydrant. So you connect the water hose to the hydrant. Yes. So that's the meaning, guys. And don't forget, this is extra, but don't forget that water could be a verb, okay? And also water could be a noun. Could be both. Noun. Why? If I say I drink water, water is the noun because the verb is drink, right? To drink. I drink water. But if I say I water the plants, it's a verb. So what is the meaning of water as a verb?
Regar las plantas.
Exactly. That's the meaning. So it could be both. Water, noun, or verb. Now, now let's see. We have a question. Sorry, we have this one. I cannot show you. Let me see it here. Now, once again, guys, is my thinking about the past or present?
The past.
Past.
Yes, very good. I needed to be clear with this. Is my thinking about something imaginary or something real?
Something imaginary.
Yes, very good. Okay, so don't forget. That is the clue, and that's all that you have to take care about the third conditional. Now, let's see one more. Fabi, help me to read.
Okay, if I had been a firefighter, I would have gotten a award.
Okay, it was a possibility, right? Now let's see.
No, not is possible. Or yes.
No, was a possibility, but now no, it's not. So, guys, the last question. Past or present?
Past.
Past. Very good. And imaginary? Yes? It was?
Yes, imaginary.
It is
Yeah.
imaginary.
Exactly. Very good, guys. It's an imaginary situation. So, we have one more. If I had been a firefighter, I will have driven a fire truck. And, well, we have this. Just to be sure with this one, don't forget, past situation, and is something real or imaginary? Guys?
Always imaginary.
Yes, that's the point. Always is an imaginary situation. So what means? We cannot change it, okay? You're thinking about something that probably you regret about the past. And you are like speculating about all the possibilities that probably we had if we had chosen another option. But it's imaginary because we cannot modify the past. We cannot change that. So it's like you are like, some people say it in Spanish, eso es hablar nada, right? Because you cannot change that. Okay, that's the idea of third condition. We use it to talk about past imaginary situation. Okay, now we have to finish the story. But then Mike remembers something important. Let's see, what was it? Nelly, help me to read.
If I had been a firefighter, I would have met my wife. Nunca había conocido a su, no lo hubiera conocido.
Exactly, very good. And Fabi?
if I had been a firefighter, I wouldn't have trouble to sit in my bus.
Yes, exactly. Very good. So, well, at the end, we have it. The last part, Mike hugged his wife and had great retirement party with their children too, right? Okay, so let's see. Can you remember the sentences? Because we had some of them. Do you remember what was the first one? Tell me, how was it? Do you remember the sentences? Let's see, Bethany. Delia, okay, go ahead. If I had,
If I had been a firefighter, I I will use no, I don't remember this
the verb. But you're close. Instead of use, it's worn. Okay? The
Worn
past
uniform.
worn. Uniform. The past participle of wear. Don't forget that when you're talking about clothes or something that we put on, we cannot say use. Okay? We use wear. Okay, that was good. Just was missing later to finish, Delia. Very good. Now, what about number 2? The guy trying to open the doors, the car doors.
If I had been a firefighter, I will have helped people
But what would be?
to
Rescue.
rescue.
Yes. Okay, very good. If I had been a firefighter, I would have rescued people. Good. What about the next? The cat on the tree.
If I
If
have been
I
a firefighter, I will have helped animals.
Have helped animals. Okay, good. Now let's see, Mayra. Tell me with the next. This one. Do you remember?
so if I have a firefighter, um the water, I will be in water. I
So
don't
so.
remember.
Okay. I will have
What the
used.
house? Yes.
A water hose. Okay, thanks. Now, someone else. What about the trophy? What was the sentence? The sentence. You remember? What was it? How was it?
If
If I had
if I
been
had
firefighter, I will have a word.
Okay. How? I
Have a
will have
word.
got
Got?
an
See, I got a word.
got an award.
Got an award.
Okay. Yes, got an award. Okay. And but Tanya, what about the last?
if I have been a firefighter, I will have dr driven a a firefighter truck.
Yes, you can just say a fire truck. Yes.
Okay, fire truck.
You can say the both firefighter truck or just fire truck. Yes. Okay, guys. So very good. So you were able to remember all the sentences. And well, let's see. What about this one? This is was the last part.
I think I remember a little bit. If I hadn't been a fighter, no. If I hadn't been no.
It's
I
fine.
don't remember. If
Should be positive. If I have been,
if I had been
uh-huh,
bus driving,
firefighter.
Firefighter, I wouldn't meet my wife.
Yes, I
I
wouldn't have
have met met
met.
met met my wife.
Yes, that would be. I wouldn't have met my wife. Yes, remember that in past is met. In present is that is meet because we have two letter E. And two letter E together, it sounds like E. Meet, met, in fact. Okay, so in this one, guys, we modified it because he's thinking about all the things that probably he could have lost if he had been a firefighter, okay? So that's why the first part is positive. If I had been a firefighter, I wouldn't have met my wife. Now, what about number 2? Do you remember? What about the children?
If I have been a firefighter, I will have 4 children.
I
Wouldn't have had my children.
Yes, exactly. If I had been a firefighter, I wouldn't have had my children. Okay, very good.
Okay.
Thanks. And the last one. What was it about?
If I had been a firefighter, I wouldn't have to drive around the city.
I wouldn't have traveled.
Travel.
Yes, travel the city in my bus. Exactly, guys. So at the end, he's not regretting about the past, right? So it's just speculating about the things that he could have done if he had taken a different decision. Like his dream job to become a firefighter, right? But nowadays, he's not complaining about because he met his wife, they had children together, and well, he traveled the city in his bus. Okay, so let's see, guys. So the meaning, okay. The third conditional, as you know, right now with examples, we had a lot of sentences, we had a lot of situations with Mike. So the third conditional, we use it to talk about an imaginary past, okay? So example, a situation, something that didn't happen. And we are just speculating all the possibilities that we could have in that imaginary situation, but in the past. It's not the future, it's past. Okay, so don't forget about it. What is the structure? If plus past perfect and would plus have plus past participle. Okay, we combine both past perfect and past participle. Well, the past perfect and past participle, you know, the verb is the same. For example, if I have been a firefighter, this is a sentence in past participle with the conditional if. If I had been a firefighter, and then you have like the result, what could have happened? I would have driven a fire truck, okay? And that could be positive situation, positive result. Could be positive and negative result, or could be negative result and positive situation. So we have a lot of possibilities to express about those imaginary situations. Now, you can switch the position. If you can see, we can move them. If, you can use it at the end, and will, you can use it at the beginning. What is the difference? Did you notice what is the difference?
The comma.
Yes, exactly. It's just the comma. If you have the if condition at the beginning, you don't have to use the comma. Like I explained to you in the relative clauses, that if you have one of them at the beginning, you don't have to use the comma. But if you have the, let's see, the time expression at the beginning, we have to use it, it's the same. So if you have if, you decide to use if at the beginning, we use the comma. If I have been a firefighter, comma, I will have driven a fire truck. But if I decide to say to switch them, okay, it's not necessary to use the comma. Why? Because the condition if connect both expressions. So you don't need the comma. Okay, you don't need to have a pause. I will have driven a fire truck if I had been a firefighter. And you are saying exactly the same. Okay. So with the structure, do you have questions with this structure? Any question? It's clear? Yes, no? Tell me.
That meaning in Spanish, that sentence. I translate, si yo hubiera sido un, en este caso bombero, ¿vale? Yo tendría, o yo sería, o cómo sería la restante, ahí se me queda.
Okay, that would be hubiera.
Yo hubiera.
Driving a fire truck. Yo hubiera manejado un carrito de bomberos, un camión de bomberos.
Ay, coach, se me alumbró, pues sí. Gracias.
Okay.
Y el if solo, a mí me queda la duda, ¿verdad? Solo lo vamos a usar en situaciones que hubieran pasado, ¿verdad? O se puede, por ejemplo, en cosas solo en cosas que pudieron haber pasado y que no pasaran, ¿verdad? O hay otra como forma de usar el if. O específicamente solo cosas que pudieron haber pasado, no, es como, por ejemplo, si yo hubiera sido médico, no estuviera aprendiendo inglés, por ejemplo, o se puede usar en algún otro tiempo, o solo así.
I get it. Okay, if is the condition, but the result could be positive or negative. Like, for example, if I hadn't been a firefighter, what could we say? If I hadn't been a firefighter, I wouldn't have to drive in a fire truck. That could be. How can you use it? In this case, the if is like mandatory in the structure because it's the condition. With all the conditions, we always need a result, but could be like a positive condition with a negative result. Okay. Also could be opposite, a negative result, a negative condition would be, I don't know, a negative result with a positive, a negative condition. I don't want to confuse you. So negative condition with a positive result. Okay, so could be both. Or could be like exactly the same. Positive condition with a positive result. Or another negative condition and negative result. So all the combinations are possible, okay? Positive condition, negative result. Okay, Bethany, that was your question?
Creo que no, pero sí, es, bueno, era también, pero mi pregunta es así, vaya. El if solo lo voy a utilizar cuando yo quise o hubiese querido hacer algo, pero no lo fui. O sea, solo es para situaciones imaginarias. El if.
It's not. No.
O sea que sí, también lo podemos utilizar como para otro tipo de oraciones y así.
Yes.
Ok, sí, esa era como
In
mi pequeña duda
coach
porque a veces...
Sorry?
in
Ajá,
zero
porque...
conditional is other.
It's another one, exactly. Yes, okay. Bethany, you were saying?
Sí, es que como yo a veces, bueno, casi siempre por no decir que siempre ¿verdad? Veo las películas en inglés con los subtítulos y a veces pues lo utilizan de otra forma, por eso es que le estaba preguntando.
Ah, okay. Do you remember any example?
No, ahorita no, pero la mañana porque ahora estuve viendo una y le voy a enviar lo que es la frase para, para terminar así como de salir de la duda.
Okay, okay, good. So as you say, guys, no, if it's not mandatory using third conditional, we can use it in all the conditionals. Remember that in English we have zero conditional, first conditional, second, and third. And all the conditions have the if clause. Todas las condicionales nos tienen la if, porque es la condición. Sí, 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 okay, es el sí de condición. So, at the end, sorry, that would be melt. It's like this, sorry. For example, in zero conditional, you are talking about real facts, cause and result. And the result is the same for all of us. If I do it, the result is the same for me. If Patricia do it, the result will be the same. If Jocelyn do it, it's the same result. Like this one. If you leave ice under the sun, it melts. This is air condition. So it's a real fact. And you have if.
Teacher,
Yes.
for example, when we say, let me know if you have any questions, we use the conditional if.
Yes, we use if, exactly. Let me know if you have any question. Why? Because I am using if like a condition. I will answer if you have question. But if you don't have, I will not answer. So it's a conditional situation. Es una condición es una situación condicional. Yo voy a responderles si tienen preguntas, pero si no tienen, no voy a responder. Let me know if you have. Si tienen preguntas. So yes, if can be used in a lot of situations, guys. It's not just to imaginary situation, no. In basically everything, single time that you have if, it's equal as condition. Ok, cada vez que tengan el if es el sí de condición. Y no solo pertenece a este tema que es third conditional, sino que puede estar en muchas otras expresiones. Ok, yes, it's better now, Tania.
Yes, it's better now.
Okay, it's better. Okay, good. So yes, guys. And well, let's go back to the third conditional. We have the third conditional. Don't forget to get confused with zero conditional. Third is about past and was about imaginary situation. And remember that all the combinations are possible. Positive condition with a negative result. Negative condition with a positive result. Or could be both positive condition with a positive result. Or negative condition with a negative result. But the structure will be exactly the same all the time. If I have been, or if I have, and then the past participle. If I have taken, if I have been, if I have had, if I have stolen, and so on. And then the I will have and past participle. I will have driven, been, taken, spoken, and so on. So at the end, you can remember, guys, the structure like this. If I have, in this case, could be I or could be someone else, okay? If she had, if he had, if they had. So if subject, you say subject, had, and this is the past participle. Had been, had taken, had stolen. Plus, okay, I, that would be subject again. So we can say it here, subject, okay. Any would, would have, and then the past participle. So that's how you can use the structure. Let's see, any of you? Okay, Reinaldo, don't worry. Okay, you can leave. So, guys, this is the structure that you have to remember. If subject had, and then past participle, plus subject will have, and past participle. And don't forget that you can switch them, okay? We can move it. We can use it in the opposite order, okay? Subject will have if subject has past participle. I know that is long, but with practice, we can improve this. Okay, so another question, guys. Do you have another question with this one? Questions?
No.
No?
No, please.
No? Okay. And now let's see. Well, as I told you, we can have negative or question forms, okay? If I told you before, negative condition with a negative result. If I hadn't been a firefighter, I wouldn't have met my wife. Negative, negative. Or you can say, we can combine it like a question inside of the sentences. In the sentence, if you hadn't been a firefighter, would you have met your wife? Would you have? So it's just a question. You only move the would at the beginning and then the subject. Would you have met your wife? The answer is probably no, right? And then just like a question and you put it at the beginning. The double H. What? And then would. What would you have done if you hadn't been a firefighter? What would you have done if you hadn't been a firefighter? How would you answer with would? I would have been that could be a doctor. I would have been a doctor. I would have been a singer. I don't know, a bus driver. Okay, so that's how you answer the questions, but it's, remember, past situation and you're talking about imaginary results. And don't forget the comma. When we use the comma between if, when if is at the beginning of the sentence. When if is the second sentence, we don't need the comma. Okay, that's all the thing that you have to consider with this topic. Because of the time, I think tomorrow we have another one. Tomorrow is Wednesday, right? So on Thursday, we have the speaking class. In the speaking class, we're going to practice with this. But before to finish, I want to read some sentences to show you some other examples. Let's see, Jose, help me with the first one.
Okay, teacher. If it hadn't rained, I would have done it.
So don't forget, rain, rain. Yes, rain. Rain it? No, rain.
Rain.
Yes, very good. Okay, now Betania, number 2.
If it had been cheaper, then I would have bought it.
That would be cheaper, cheaper, just like that.
Cheaper is okay, cheaper.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, good. Now let's see, Nelly, number 3.
If you have won the lottery, what would you have bought?
Yes. Now let's see, Diana, help me with 4.
Please.
Number 4.
Okay. Is what have gone if you had told me?
Okay. And let's see, one more. Delia, help me with the last.
if you hadn't come, she would have been disappointed.
Okay, good guys. So tell me, third conditional is to talk about present or past?
Past.
Past, exactly.
Let's talk about past.
It's talk about past. And what's about a real situation in the past or an imaginary situation in the past?
An imaginary situation.
Yeah.
Always.
Always, exactly. Imaginary situation. Okay, guys, so I will share with you this PPT, okay? And because as I told you, we have the speaking class until Thursday. So you can practice tomorrow. Tomorrow we're going to focus on some other expressions, but on Thursday, we're going to practice with this, the third condition. Okay, guys, so if you have questions, don't forget you can ask me. You can send me a message, and well, that will be everything for today. Thanks for joining, and I will see you tomorrow.
Thank you.
Okay, teacher.
Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Good night.
Bye-bye. Take care. See you.
See you.
See ya. Good night.
See you. Bye-bye.